Okay, so dominance method. Okay, now in this, we'll first, before starting the problem, we'll first understand how this, how it will work. So in this, we have to understand two things, row dominance, and then you have to understand column dominance. Okay, so we would have given with the payoff matrix, right? So now first we'll just understand what is the concept of row dominance. So suppose you have some two rows in your payoff matrix. Okay, right now we'll just consider with the two rows with your payoff matrix, and there are some values given as 2, 7, minus 3, 5, 9, minus 1. Okay, this is the player B and this is player A. C1, C2, C3 are its strategies applied by player B, where R1 and R2 are the strategies applied by player A. So let us say these are the two rows in some payoff matrix. What we need to find out, we have to find out the row dominance. That means which row is dominating the other row, right? What we will be finding, which row is dominating the other row. So in this case, see which one is higher or which one is bigger or which one is lower. For example, you take this is one row and this is another row, right? So in these two rows we have to find out with respect to each corresponding element. Now for this 2 and 5, in this which one is bigger, which one is greater, which one is larger? 5 is bigger, right? So in this 5 is bigger and 2 is smaller. Then we are going to the next element of the same two rows, 7 and 9. Which one is bigger? 9 is bigger, 7 is smaller. Then we are going for the next element of these two rows, minus 3 and minus 1. Which one is bigger? Minus 1 is bigger, minus 3 is bigger, so smaller, right? So in this case, we can see that in the row R2, 5, 9, minus 1 are higher than the respective elements of the other row, 2, 7 and 3, right? So all the row elements of this row R2 are bigger than the respective elements of the row R1, and that's what we'll say in this particular thing, the row R2 dominates R1. R2 dominates R1, right? And how you got it right? Because all the elements of R2 are bigger than the corresponding elements of the R1, and that's why R2 dominates R1. And if that is the case, what we have to do? We have to delete that dominate the row which is getting dominated. So we need to delete the R1, delete row R1, which is getting dominated. That row we need to delete it. Okay, so we'll delete that row. Just understand what is the row dominance. So we have seen this. Now we'll go for the column dominance. We'll understand column dominance. Now suppose we have two columns. Okay, all of you listening, right? We have two columns. As usual, we have the player A, player B. We have the strategies for player A and player B. C1, C2 from player B, R1, R2, R3 from player A, right? And the values, the payoff matrix is with the values are this. Now, here also in the column dominance, we have to do the same thing. We have to find out which column is dominating the other column. So in this case, the values which are having the lower one. Okay, so we'll just see in here we have 4 and 1. which is higher? 4 is higher. Which is smaller? 1 is smaller. In this case, -3, -5. This is higher, this is smaller. In this case, 0, -1. This is higher, this is lower, right? Smaller. So if you see that all the elements of column 2, all the elements of column 2 are smaller than all the corresponding elements of column 1, right? So in this case, the C2 dominates C1. We have to, in row dominance, we are taking the higher elements, the row with the higher elements is dominating, but in column dominance, the row with the smaller elements, the column with the smaller elements are dominating. So in this case, all the elements of column 2 are smaller than the corresponding elements of column 1. That's why column 2 dominates column 1. So we'll write here column 2 dominates column 1. Right? And as column 1 is getting dominated, we need to delete, therefore delete column 1. Always whichever the column or row is getting dominated, that we need to delete. But only the thing that which we need to understand, in row dominance, all the higher elements are dominating. The row with the higher elements, all the higher elements are dominating. But in case of column dominance, all the column where all the elements are smaller, right, lower, are dominating the other one. Because when we go for row dominance, we are checking with the profit maximization. When we go for the column dominance, we are checking with the loss minimization. That's why. Okay, so this is the case. This is the way we have to find out the row dominance and column dominance. Okay, and then there is a case where you will not get a complete row which is dominating some other row. There can be possible, for example, here instead of 7, suppose here it is 11, then 5 is greater than 2, -1 is greater than -3, but 9 is not greater than 11. So you may not get a complete row which is dominating the other row. So that is also possible. Then in that case, we have to go for mixed row dominance. And then how we'll solve those things? Suppose we'll take an example of that. Mixed row dominance or mixed column dominance, anything. Okay, so suppose we have an example, we'll take an example for that. Suppose we have like this, there are 3 rows, 2, 4, 5, 0 and 0, 8. Okay, this is A1, A2, A3. This is suppose B1 and B2. Okay, now if you just check any 2 rows, if you take these 2 rows, okay, if you are taking these 2 rows, in this case 2 is lower than 5, but 4 is higher than 0. So you don't have any particular row which is completely dominating other row. Okay, so let's go for A2 and A3. In A2 and A3, 5 is greater than 0. But 0 is smaller than 8. So in this case also we are not getting any particular row who is completely dominating the other row, right? Okay, so we can see that there is no complete row which is dominating. Even if we concentrate on first and third row, you can see that 2 is greater than 0. But here 4 is smaller than 8. So here also if you compare row A1 and A3, there is no complete row which is dominating other row. So there can be a possibility where you may get where there is no complete row dominance with respect to some other row, right? Then such kind of things will comes under the mixed row dominance, or even column dominance also these things happens. So now what you have to do, in that case, what you need to do, you have to take the average of any two row. Suppose now here I'll take the average of, here I'll take the average of second and third row. I'll take average of this two row and then I'll compare with first row. So average of this two row, so how we'll take? We'll take 5 plus 0 divided by 2 and 0 plus 8 divided by 2. So 5 plus 0, so average of, so 5 plus 0 divided by 2, 0 plus 8 divided by 2. Right, so what we are doing, we are taking an average of 2 when we will not get any complete dominance of any row, and this will be, this is nothing but you will get this value now, you will get this value as 2.5 and this you will get it as 4, right? So this is 1 and our first row is what? Our first row is 2 and 4. Now you compare with, this is average of 2, so group of the first and second and third, and this is first. So now you check which one is higher. See now here 2 is smaller than 2.5, 4 is equal to 4. So if in that case we can say this average, this group A2 and A3 is dominating A1, right? So we can say that this group of A2 and A3 is dominating A1. So therefore average, sorry, group of A2 and A3, A2 and A3 is dominating A1, right? So it is clear. So that means what? Therefore, the one which is getting dominated, that should be deleted. So delete A1. So if we delete A1, we'll be left out with only A2 and A3. A2 and, okay. So this is the way we have to understand the column dominance, row dominance, column dominance, and mixed row or column dominance. Okay, so if once you understand these things, then we can go for now. Okay, so this is the question. Up to this is question. Now we need to find out the solution for this by using a dominance method. Okay, so now let us find out the next. Now first we should do for the row dominance, right? So let us go for the row dominance. So as usual, you know that we need to keep drawing this again and again. But just find out on this only which row dominates the other row. Okay. So first we'll check with 1 and 2, then 1 and 3, then 1 and 4, then 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 4. But just start, it's just a practice, you need to just do a practice, you will get it. So let us start with first and second. Okay, so if we check with the first and second row, we immediately will come to know that here it is smaller, here it is bigger, but in next this is bigger, this is smaller, so leave it there itself, don't go for next checking also. Go for 1 and 3, here it is smaller, it is bigger, but here it is bigger, it is smaller, so not possible, leave it here itself. Go for 1 and 4, here it is bigger, smaller. It's bigger number, it's smaller number. It's bigger number, it's smaller number. It's bigger number, it's smaller number. So in all the cases it is satisfying. So here the row 1 is having all the elements of row 1 are higher than, and how we'll come to know that which row is dominating the other row? If all the elements of one row is dominating other corresponding elements of other row, then the row which is having the less elements, lower elements are getting dominated. The row which is having higher elements are dominating the other row. Okay, so don't get confused. So how we'll check now? This first row, second row will check. So see here 20, 20, 25. 20 is less, 25 is higher. Now we'll go for the next element. 15, 14. Here 15 is greater, 14 is lower. In this case 20 is lower, 25 is. So there is, here only we'll come to know that there is no, or not all the elements are lower than the higher, right? So this is not possible. So go for the next row, 1 and 3. In 1 and 3, 20, 40, 15, 2. So here this is lower, but this is higher, right? So that means we cannot go for this also. Then go for 1 and 4. In 1 and 4, row 1 and 4, 25. So this is higher, this is lower. 15, 4. This is higher, this is lower. 12, 11. This is higher, this is lower. 35, 0. This is higher, this is lower. That means what? All the elements of row 1 are higher than the corresponding elements of the row 4, right? All the elements of row 1 are higher than corresponding elements of row 4. So what we can say? We will say row 4, sorry, row 1 row 1 dominates row 4. The one which is having the lower elements are getting dominating. The one which is the one which has the all higher elements are dominating. So this is getting dominated. Therefore, delete row 4. Delete row 4. That means we'll delete this row. Okay. So now when we'll write the new matrix, we'll not write that row 4. So immediately we'll write down the next row, right? So now we have 20, 15, 12, 35, 25, 14, 8, 10, then 5, sorry, 40, 2, 19 and 5. This row 4 deleted. So we will not write row 4. So we have written this, not necessary every time you write down A and B, but yes, you should know that which row is deleted. So we have to maintain this. Okay. Now after doing the row dominance, we'll go for the column dominance. We'll find out the column dominance. So it is like alternate. First, once you do row dominance, then you go for column dominance. Then again you go for row dominance, then again you go for column dominance. So now we'll go for column dominance. So now column wise we'll find out. We'll just compare column 1 with column 2. Okay. We'll compare column 1 with column 2, then column 1 with column 3, then column with 1 to column 4, like that. Otherwise later if we didn't get it, column 2 to column 3, column 2 to column 4 and column 3 to column 4. So we may not require to do all those things because sometimes first and second column only will come to know that. Now see here in first and second column, see 20 is higher than 15, 25 is higher than 14, 40 is higher than 2. Now you can see that all the elements of column 1 are greater than all the corresponding elements of column 2, right? So that means what? In this, when we are checking column dominance, the column which has a lower elements is dominating the other row or other column. The column which has all the higher elements are getting dominated. Okay. So in this case, we have to say that column 2 dominates column 1, right? And therefore delete column 1. Therefore delete column 1. So when we'll delete the column 1, is it clear? See, when it goes for row dominance, the one which has a lower elements will get deleted. In case of higher column dominance, the one which has higher elements will get deleted. Okay. Now next, we'll go for now. Till what we have to do? Till we will be having the 2 by 2 matrix. Okay. Till that we'll be doing. Right. So now the elements left out are 15, 12, 35, 14, 8, 10, 2, 19, 5. Right, this. And the strategies left out are second, third, fourth, here 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now again we'll go for row dominance. Now in row dominance, we'll check row 1 with row 2, row 1 and row 2. So we'll check row 1 with row 2. So see, 15, 14. So 15 is higher, 14 is less. 12, 8. 12 is higher, 8 is less. 35, 10. 35 is higher, 10 is less. That means all the elements of column 1 are higher than the corresponding elements of row 2. All the elements of row 1 is higher than corresponding elements of row 2. That means R1, we can say, instead of row also we can say R1 dominates R2, R1 dominates R2, therefore delete R2. Delete R2. Okay. So we'll delete R2 and then left out matrix, we'll write it. So now the left out matrix is, we'll be having 2 rows and 3 columns. And here we have row 1 and we have row 3. Row 2 will get deleted. This is first strategy, this is third strategy, this is second, third and fourth, right? And this is not required every time, but A and B player, right? So now we have finished with row dominance. Now we'll go for column dominance. What we have to do? We have to bring it to the 2 by 2 matrix. So that much time we have to do row dominance and column dominance alternatively. Now we'll check with this and this. So 15 is higher, 12 is less. 2 is less, 19 is higher. So it's not possible. Now go with this and third column. 15 is lower, 35 is higher. 2 is lower, 5 is higher. That means with respect to this column, here this is lower, this is higher. This is lower, this is higher. Right? That means the column 2 is having all the elements of column 2 are lower than all the elements of column 4. Right? So here column 4 will be deleted. In column wise, the column which has higher elements will get deleted. Okay. So in the here we need to write down column 2 dominates column 4. Therefore delete column 4, delete column 4, right? So when we will delete column 4, we'll get a matrix. So we'll be left out with the matrix now, which will be 2 by 2 matrix. So column 4 will get deleted, right? So here 50, here 12, here 2, here 19. This is first row, this is third row, this is second column, this is third column, right? This is player A, this is player B. So now once we get this 2 by 2 matrix, okay, once we get this 2 by 2 matrix, then our actual this one will start calculation. So remember, in OR this time you have to keep your calculator next to you, okay, for this particular problems also, for assignment problem, for that transportation also, even simple addition, you should not make any mistake. So keep your this one. So now once we get this particular 2 by 2 matrix, okay, then what we have to do, we have to compare what is the probability of using these strategies which are left out in this 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so for that we'll find out x1. So remember the formula now you need to remember this formula. So we'll find out x1, x2, y1, y2. Okay, so x1 and x2 is the probability of the strategies used by the player A, and y1, y2 is the strategies of the probability of the strategies used by player B. So first we'll find out x1. So what is the formula for the x1? y2 is equal to 1 minus y1. Okay, so simple formula, nothing big thing you have to remember. And now we need to calculate the value of x1. So by using this formula for this example, but yes, you need to find out the value of the game also. So first let us write down the formula for the value of the game. So value of game, that is the solution for the game. So value of game, so remember this formulas properly. This will give you an answer, final answer, right? If according to this, if you put the values, this is A22 is nothing but 19. 19 minus A21. A21 is nothing but 2. So 19 minus 2 is nothing but 17. 17 divided by, now this one, A11 is nothing but 15. 15 plus A22, 19. So 15 plus 19 is 34, right? Minus A21, 2 plus 12, so 14. So 34 minus 14 is nothing but 20, and here we got it as how much we got? 17, right? Yeah, we got it as 17. So we'll get it, x1 will get it as 17 divided by 20. If you get 17 divided by 20 as x1, x2 will be 1 minus that. So it is nothing but 3 by 20. So put the values in this formula, and finally when you will get all x1, x2, y1, y2 and b, then write down the answer, which is equal to like this. You should write down in this way. Now the answer, strategies, the probability of strategies of A is equal to, see in this you just find which rows are left out now. The rows which is left out is 1 and 3. Columns which is left out is 2 and 3. But rows which is left out is 1 and 3. So you have to write these answers for 1 and 3. 1 means x1. So x1 is 17 by 20. Row 2 got deleted, put it as 0. Row 3 is there, so that is x2. x2 is 3 by 20. Row 4 is deleted. Right? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. This is what left out. These two rows are left out. So for that, this is x1, this is x2. Right? This is with respect to player A. Now same way we'll write down with respect to player B, which is y1 and y2. So we'll write down strategies of B, which is left out. Column 2 and column 3 is left out, right? So we have to write down there only. Column 1 0, column 2 we are getting the answer as 7 by 20, column 3 we are getting the answer as 13 by 20, and column 4 got deleted, so it is 0. So this is column 1, this is column 2, this is column 3, and this is column 4. This you don't have to write, this is only for your understanding. This is y1 and this is y2. Okay, so you need to write only this. By putting all the values a11 in this formula, if you put all the values in this formula, the value of game b is equal to, you will get it as 261 divided by 20. 261 divided by 20. So this is the answer.